After intercourse, women love continued intimacy much more than men do. To turn over and fall asleep, whenever a woman feels sexually fulfilled, it can initiate a positive cycle of constant and wonderful experiences. Interestingly, women who often touch their own bodies are likely to have greater levels of sexual hormones. It's intriguing to note that surprising a lady with your bedroom skills is considerably more rewarding than boasting about them in advance, as high expectations can sometimes lead to disappointments. Conversely, a woman typically expresses a lack of interest by avoiding eye contact and looking down, while maintaining eye contact typically signifies interest. 1% of women have the ability to reach full orgasms simply by touching their breasts. The clitoris, an amazing part of the human body, is the only body part that never ages. Furthermore, a normal female orgasm lasts a tremendous amount of time, 4 times longer than its male counterpart. When it comes to the requisition, how am I looking sincerity might not be the best strategy. Long periods of solitude might lead to an acceptance of loneliness, while fear of being alone might prevent someone from understanding their true potential. Furthermore, women generally prefer a male genital organ between 8 and 10 cm in length. Sexual compatibility is a big deal, with 80% of women examining it before getting married. Women between the ages of 40 and 50 frequently appreciate more intensified orgasms compared to their younger years due to a lower amount of bodily water. Women are likely to get drunk much quicker than men. Women's habit of using washrooms in groups sometimes includes having conversations, making comments, and doing makeup. Orgasms are a peak moment for female orgasms, which makes it much more likely for women to experience orgasms. Women also enjoy when people can read their body language, such as pointing their feet towards a specific person, playing with their hair, or standing close. Furthermore, human testes can generate 1,500 sperm during every heartbeat. Surprisingly, a person can keep friendships with up to 150 people during their lifetime. When meeting for the very first time, an astonishing 80% of men tend to look at your breasts. Women, on the contrary, regularly lick their lips during conversation with the person they find charming. Husbands and wives who spend time watching porn together likely show deeper commitment levels. Mark Twain is known to have said, "The 2 most significant days in your life are the moment that you were born and the moment you find out why in Western culture, the foot is a remarkably common cause of sexual fetishism." Additionally, it's generally recommended to never cry in the presence of your wife, regardless of the pain. To effectively turn a woman on, concentrate on a variety of erogenous zones, including the thighs, breasts, and neck area, instead of just the genitals. Engaging in disagreements with a fool is pointless. They will bring you down to their level, defeat you with experience. Surprisingly, an average-sized male genital organ is frequently enough for satisfaction. Wealth, a friend, a wife, and a kingdom can be recovered. But once the soul is lost, it can never be recovered again. Whenever you are dealing with an evil person or a thorn, there are just 2 alternatives: smash them under your boot or keep far away from them. Makeouts are substantially more emotional for women than for men. For men, it's generally more about the physical experience. Fear of death stems from fear of life. Men who live fully are ready to die at any time. Bitterness, a destructive asset, frequently destroys the vessel harboring it more than whatever it is unleashed onto. Interestingly, women are more likely to experience romantic feelings after indulging themselves in romantic movies or listening to love music. A man's mood dramatically impacts his physical appearance toward women, creating a unique attraction. During ovulation, a woman is more likely to think about adultery than at any other period in her cycle. Accompanying a woman as she purchases undergarments could potentially trigger sexual desire. An hour with a beautiful girl feels like just a second, yet sitting on a red-hot cinder extends that second into a painful eternity that's relativity for you. A man's scent can attract a woman's interest, possibly blooming into affection. Women aged 30 to 40 generally engage in more potent sex fantasies and prefer casual relationships compared to their younger counterparts. Many women experience peak desire when both vaginal and nipple stimulation are combined. Avoid dwelling on the past or dreaming of the future. Concentrate your attention on the present moment. Contrary to common belief, women are not dressing up for men, they get dressed for themselves, depending on mood swings, time for the season, waxing routines, period cycles, and accessible accessories. Women's habit of using washrooms in groups sometimes includes having conversations, making comments, and doing makeup. Ovulation is a peak moment for female orgasms, which makes it much more likely for women to experience orgasms. Women also enjoy when people can read their body language, such as pointing their feet towards a specific person, playing with their hair, or standing close. Have you ever noticed how women's handbags are filled with an array of seemingly insignificant items that they believe might potentially come in handy one day? Spoiler alert, they barely do. Female orgasms wonderfully do not have an expiration date, with some women having them up to the age of 90. Surprisingly, depression may occasionally be activated when a woman is stimulated or involved in the act of romance. When attracted to a man, a woman's voice can quicken and pitch higher, showing her interest in a surprising twist. Semen encompasses zinc and calcium, substances proven to prevent tooth decay. Research reveals that intimacy involving the breast substantially enhances sexual stimulation in men,